The Missing Nuts. One fall day, Ginger the little squirrel was given a very important task. "Ginger, guard our nuts while we gather some walnuts across the forest," Ginger's father said. Ginger's eyes sparkled and her tail straightened and puffed up as she said, "You got it, Daddy." Ginger's parents left, chattering and skipping excitedly from branch to branch. Other squirrels joined them, and Ginger stood tall, proudly guarding the pile of nuts, which was easily twice her size. But as the sun began its journey across the sky, Ginger got restless and bored. There was nothing to do but stare at the forest and stay by the nuts. A yellow butterfly with pink dots on her wings fluttered by. Ginger giggled as the butterfly's wings tickled her nose. "I'll only be gone a second," Ginger thought, glancing to her left and right. There are no other animals that may steal the nuts nearby. Ginger ran after the butterfly. Dry leaves crunched as she gave chase, and the butterfly playfully fluttered around the trees. After some time, Ginger returned to the pile, but soon grew distracted by the sound of animals playing an energetic game of tag. "I'll only be gone a second," Ginger whispered to the nuts, dashing up the trunk of a tree and jumping from branch to branch in the direction of the game. "Can I play too?" Ginger asked, landing in front of a raccoon and a bird. "Sure," Ginger's friend said. Ginger lost time playing tag. Meanwhile, the nuts on the pile began to tumble and roll away, slowly. Oh, so slowly. When Ginger returned out of breath and tail bush with happiness, she only found a single nut. "Oh no! Where did the nuts go?" she chattered, taking to the trees to see if she could see them. But there wasn't a single nut to be seen. They had disappeared. "Ginger," Father said, returning with the other gatherers. "Where are the nuts I asked you to guard?" Ginger's tail dragged on the ground, and she lowered her head as she thought of how to tell her father that she hadn't done as he asked. But then, Ginger had a brilliant idea. "Oh, Daddy, it was terrible!" Ginger cried out, her eyes growing as wide as a full moon. "These furry creatures came out of the ground and surrounded the nuts. They were bigger than the pile of nuts, and they took them all away." The squirrels and gathered forest animals gasped. "Where did they take the nuts?" Ginger's father asked. "Underground!" Ginger cried out. A search party was formed. Squirrels, birds, raccoons, and possums began looking for the missing nuts. "Here!" a raccoon called a while later. The nuts had all rolled down a hill into the barrow of the rabbits. "You took our nuts!" the squirrels accused the rabbits. "We did not!" the rabbits protested. "Your nuts came tumbling down out of nowhere and falling on our heads." "Lies!" the squirrels screeched. Small pebbles and nuts flew overhead, stinging the rabbits. The rabbits shrieked and responded by throwing twigs and carrot pieces at the squirrels. Soon enough, the first became alive with chaos. Patches of grass were pulled from the ground, bushes outrooted and thrown. Seeds large and small flew in every direction. Ginger hid in a tree hole, frightened, for the forest no longer was the peaceful place she loved. It was then that she understood, this is all my doing. Taking a deep breath and telling herself that she would be brave, she came out, climbed to the tallest tree, and chattered loudly, "Stop!" The rabbits, squirrels, and other animals stopped fighting and looked up, puzzled by the sound. "I'm sorry, this is all my fault," Ginger explained from high up in the trees. "I should have been guarding the nuts. Instead, I got distracted and went to play." A rabbit shook his head and clicked his tongue. "Lying isn't right. One lies, one must be ready to face the consequence of those lies." Ginger came down from the tree with a lowered head. "I know that I will never do it again." Ginger's father apologized to the rabbits and forest animals for all the chaos and damage Ginger's lies had caused. To make up for her lies, Ginger happily agreed to help return the forest to its peaceful state before hibernation and never ever lied again.